Hey class, today I am demoing my final project and I will be using a program known as Big Bash. Now, what is Big Bash? Big Bash is a SQL parser that converts select statements to bash one-liners that are executable directly on CSV, log files, or any other flat files. It doesn't use a database, so the generated script runs on any uh, Unix-like device. Um, Here I'll be using Fedora distribution of Linux. It's optimized for speed and should outperform simple databases when the data is large. And you can find out more at bigbash.it, which we will be going to later on in the presentation. So when do you use Big Bash? You can use Big Bash when you don't have access to a database. Um, it uses data sets, so you don't need a database at all. In fact, I'll be using a brand new fresh installation of Fedora, and I don't have any database installed on it at the moment. You can use it with your system operator, and you want to do simple aggregation, but you don't want to install a database, or if you just don't want to spin up a big data stack just to crunch some data. The requirements. Requirements are pretty simple. You just need Java JDK 1.7 or higher, which actually already comes included on Fedora, so I didn't have to do anything with that. And then you need Maven 3.0 or higher, which I will show you just what I did to install Maven. It's pretty simple. I found this tutorial online, just followed that along. Um, and then to get Big Bash, there's a source code here at this GitHub site, which we will be going to later as well. And then just your data set, whatever any kind of CSV file that you want to query is fine. Okay, so installing Maven. So here I have just a confirmation of when I installed Maven. I installed Maven 3.6. Um, like I said, I found a simple online tutorial to just step through it. It took me just a couple of seconds to install, not a problem. And so running and configuring Big Bash. So to launch the converter, we'll be using Big Bash ./bigbash.sh, and then you can change which Unix programs Big Bash uses by editing the bigbash.com file. At first, it looks at the current directory for the config file, and if it finds none, it chooses this path and this. And here we go. Here's what the bigbash.sh file looks like here. Oops, sorry. Let me go back there. Um, so there's just the source code there for you if you'd like to look at it. Again, you can get this from the GitHub site. Okay, so getting the Movie Lens dataset. So for our example, I'll be querying the Movie Lens dataset from movielens.org, and I can click on that and launch that real quick just to show you guys. Here it is, movielens.org. I actually had open already previously. So yeah, so it just has simple data, and there's the team. You can check that out, movielens.org. Here's the bigbash.it site I mentioned earlier, which we will be using in a minute. And then here's the GitHub site as well. Okay, and then if you want to download the source file, you just click here, click download it, you can just download it from right there. Okay, so to download, oops, to download the data set, use just type in these simple commands here, wget and the website, the zip file, and then unzip it. And this will give us an ML1M directory with these three files: movies.dat, ratings.dat, and users.dat, which we'll show later. And then, okay, so I've already done this previously, just in case something happened to go awry while I'm demoing it. So I will do a live demo after our slides here, but basically what I have to do first is make a SQL file with the query that we want, which is basically just assigning these tables and from movies.dat, which is right here. This I have open right here. The delimiter is these two semicolons that you can see right here. And then just doing a simple select movies order by title, and I'm limiting it to to 10. And then so I have that that file, and it's I saved it as ml. As you can see, I saved it as ml_test1.sql. And here I'm in the Big Bash master directory, and I run the Big Bash.sh-f command, which I'm pointing to that file, and then the output is this right here in between these parentheses, this one-liner, this bash one-liner. And then so I copy and paste it into the ml-1m directory, and there you go. And then we got our movies that is ordered by title and limited to 10, which we specified in our SQL query. And you can also run the query in BigBash.it, which is the website that we were at previously. If you just type in the exact same query I had in the file, and you get back that bash one-liner, the same that we had before. Okay, and then this is test 2, joining tables. It's basically just a little bit more complicated. So we had our movies.dat file, which we had earlier. Then we also have our ratings.dat and our users.dat. And basically what we're going to do is we're making we're joining these tables to make a more complex query. Basically doing the same thing. We're mapping our tables that we're creating here, and then we're going to select the title, and then basically the average rating, and then we're limiting by 10 as well. And then so when we run that, we get a much larger bash one-liner. It's a bit cumbersome. You could save it to a separate file if you'd like, but I chose just to copy and paste it, and here we go. So we have our top 10 movies that according to rating. So with the highest average ratings we have returned here. And so so that is that. Now let me see if I can run this live. So here I have this. Let me just go ahead and clear this. All right, so I have our SQL file here. Now what I'm actually going to do is we had it limiting by 10. Let me just go ahead and run this without the limit 10. I'll save it, and then I will run that again. As you can see, we have our bash one-liner. I'm just going to go ahead and copy it, and then I'm going to move over and clear this. Sorry about that. I'm going to go over here to our directory where their data set is. I'm going to go ahead and paste that right in there, and this should return it what we had earlier, except it's going to not do 10, it's going to do all of them, and there you go. We have all the movies basically from best to worst. So we have Seven Samurai, it's our highest rated movie, and our lowest rated movie is Puppet Master 5, the final chapter. All right, so so that's basically it. And then, like I said, you can do it with any kind of data set that you want. We can go ahead and show you what. So we have our movies, ratings, our users, and that's in the ML1M. And then I have here's the Big Bash master and everything in there. And so, like I said, you can go over to BigBash.it, and this will give you a link to the GitHub page. And I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and stop that for there. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.